Hey everyone, I'm Lindsay with Brewing Company, the marketing manager, and I'm here to kick off the Interactive Brew 2.0. Joining me, I have Connor Klopsick, and we're going to get the inside details of what to expect for the kickoff this coming Friday. So Connor, can you please explain to us exactly what Interactive Brew is?
Yeah, for sure. So Interactive Brew was something that we did back in the spring, kind of when quarantine was just kicking up, but we were trying to brainstorm ideas to get people involved with pairing that, couldn't be involved. It was when restaurants were still completely shut down, so didn't exactly know how to do that. So we kind of developed this idea of Interactive Brew where we are going to let people vote and decide on what our next beer was going to be. So I believe it was 5 weeks of voting, uh, and every week was something different that you voted on. And at the end, we came up with a brand new beer, completely voted on by people at home, and it turned out really well. And it's been long enough into COVID and quarantine that we're ready to do it again and see what people want the second time around. So I know the first time it turned out really well. We did a Russian Imperial Stout with marshmallow, chocolate, and
Vanilla was that third place.
vanilla. Yep. So, and then we also went to the people to see what names they would like. So the name came out as Self-Smorantine, which was a really funny name. And we worked with the people who won the naming contest, and they developed a label for the beer too. So it was really fun to see and be involved with customers and stuff like that to develop this brand new beer that we've never really even tried doing before. So excited to bring it back with Interactive Brew 2.0.
Cool. Yeah, it was fun working really close with Ashley and Jeff were the two that won last time. So there was such little details in the label that was really spoke to them. So it was fun to dive deeper and work with them very close on a project like this. So if someone is completely new to Interactive Brew, they may have not caught it from last April. What can people expect on Friday when that first vote of rounding is published?
So on Friday, the first round of voting will go live. It'll be live on our website, parentbrewing.com/interactive brew. And we'll have 5 different beer styles that people can vote for. And then the next voting will be for subcategory styles of that. So for example, I believe the styles that we're going to make live on Friday are IPA, lager, traditional, dark beer, and
Sour will be
sour. Yep. So everyone can vote on just what that base style they want is. And then I believe Monday we'll shut it down. And then the next Tuesday, we will be live with a subcategory. So, for example, if IPA wins, the next 5 categories could be anything like hazy IPA, fruited IPA, West Coast style IPA, session IPA, that kind of thing. Or for sours, it could be kettle sour, goza. Dark beer could be something like our black ale, or doppelbock, or stout porter, which is won the last time. So every style has their own sub styles that will be voted on, and then the week after that will be kind of a fun week because right now I don't know what that beer is going to be. So that week's really going to determine what we do next. Where if it's an IPA, we could vote on what hops that we're going to put into it. If it's a fruited IPA, what kind of fruit do you want in the IPA? If it's a sour, do we want to have a fruited sour, traditional sour? So that's going to be fun because last time when we did it for the Self-Smorantine, I believe we had 21 different adjuncts that we could throw in, and those were the top 3 were the vanilla, marshmallow, and chocolate. So it's really up to whatever gets voted on. We're going to create that secondary voting from it. So it's really fun to see kind of what comes out of what people want in the beer.
Cool. And so it's also super important to not only tune in, this Friday for that first week of voting, but to really continue to always be checking back in for the, the next basically 4 to 5 weeks of the program, because it always will be changing with a new poll or a new opportunity to kind of have your input recorded.
100%. Yeah, we want people to vote every single time because although if you vote for an IPA and a lager wins, you still have say in that lager because you get to vote every single time. So just because you don't get what you wanted the first time, doesn't mean that end product doesn't have something that you are, contributing to.
Yeah. Do you have any idea of what may come of this round? We had that dark beer last time. Do you have any inclination of what might happen?
I don't. I thought 100% we were going to get an IPA going into the late spring, and we ended up with an Imperial Russian Stout. So now that it's kind of more of the Russian Stout season, we could get an IPA. I really don't know. So I'm really excited to see what people do. The only thing that we kind of want to do is stay away from beers that we've made within the last 12 months. But other than that, we can make whatever people are voting for.
Cool. And so, in addition to voting entirely online for the next beer release at Perrin, you will also have the opportunity to do a home brew at home. So, is this something that we're also going to continue for this program?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, so once we develop the style, the sub style, and everything like that, then we will create our big brew recipe for our system, and then we'll also create a 5 gallon batch for people to try at home. I know we had quite a few people try it for the last interactive brew. I do not know how the end product for any of those uh, kind of finished out. I saw a lot of people saying they were doing it, but I never really saw anyone saying, "Oh, it tastes just like yours," or anything like that. But yeah, I know there's a lot of a big homebrew community around us, so it'll be fun to see if people can try and replicate what we're doing as well.
Yeah, we'd love to see those check-ins. Maybe this will be a chance for me to retry my IPA and my home brew. It didn't turn out so well the first time, but maybe after a few rounds, you can perfect it a little bit more. So,
There you go.
so in addition to this, also we're going to be doing a live brew day sometime in December. What does this day look like? What can people expect?
So the live brew day for this last one was pretty long. It was a 6 hour process, which is normal for us to turn a batch of beer. But we live streamed the whole thing from start to finish, and we allowed questions throughout the whole time. So if we're doing something in the brewing process as you're watching it, you can reach out and ask what we're doing, and we're going to let you know. We're doing live questions, kind of explaining the process, what we're doing, why we're doing it, and that kind of thing. So it's a pretty fun kind of experience to kind of geek out on while you're watching and learn a few things if you don't really know exactly what's going on, especially if you're going to try and homebrew it. You might as well watch, see how we're doing it, and ask any questions that you may have as well.
Cool. Looking forward to it. Well, these are all the details for Interactive Brew 2.0. Again, the first poll opens up this coming Friday, November 13th. And be on the lookout for continual polls, always rotating through that perrinbrewing.com/interactive brew. And we look forward to seeing what you guys choose for our next beer.
Awesome. Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.